Aloha, my name is Krista Lakshmidet. I'm coming to you from beautiful Florida today. I am a holistic wellness coach because I believe we all are here to heal and reset our body, mind, and spirit. I am also an inner alchemist, helping people to build bridges between the outer and inner worlds. Today, I would like to do an additional video for the solar eclipse on the 8th of April 2024. Yesterday, I left out actually one very important additional number, which came from the length of the solar eclipse, which is 4 minutes 28 seconds. So when I put all these numbers together, I got number 5. So when we talk about, the moon and the sun kind of dancing with each other, and we get this number 5 here. So in addition to all this new beginning potential, which we have with this day and with this solar eclipse, we also have a major transformation energy in this. So 5 is one of the very important numbers in the new time energy. This is one of the first dimensions actually in the new energy where you are supposed to burn away everything what's not you anymore, or also all the patterns which are not actually, supporting you and your new path and your new chapter. And many times when people start to experience more of the new time energy, what happens is that they have maybe lived their life a little bit like off balance and off the path. And what this new energy will start to do is start to align them and also kind of point them into the right direction. Hey, you didn't do this back then. You have to go back now and you have to fix this. And what it does, it will like surface to the surface level different opportunities and different lessons for you to actually fix those so that you don't need to come back here next lifetime if you believe in incarnation. So that's a really, really important number I wanted to bring out. 5 is also the number of the fire in the new energy, which means that it's also the passions you have, everything which is connected to your mission, to your talents, to your, whatever it is, like whether it's being or doing, that's something which makes you feel very passionate and time disappears. So the fire helps to burn away everything we don't need, but at the same time, it helps us to ignite that individual life mission as well. And many of us, when we come from the old energy, we think I'm going to just get this one profession or maybe two or three, but then this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. In the new energy, everything is actually multifaceted, multidimensional. And what's happening with this solar eclipse is that that multidimensionality will be amplified and multiplied like, I don't even think 10 times, it's like more like 100 times and more. So this is meaning that all the people who are ready in the new energy, your energies will be like really sensitive to this, and you will also feel like an inner boost to really leave out everything what's not yours, what's not really aligned anymore, and be more aligned with everything which is really creating that ease and flow and love in your life and in your heart. So brings a smile to your face and makes you feel like happy. So that's why this number 5 is such a important addition. So in addition, I would like to stress once more the importance of the new beginnings because of all the astrological, locations and everything that amplifies this, but also energetically because of, where we are, what month we are in. And number 4 as the number in the new time numerology is all about growth and becoming that bigger and better version of you. So it is really to also expect the unexpected, whether it is like a small win or a big win, or really expect the solutions and things come to you from ways or places you didn't even expect. And for that to happen, I would recommend to sit down actually before the solar eclipse and write down everything you have ever dreamed about and put it down as in much detail as you can. And then as the solar eclipse is happening, I would recommend, as I was saying, get a bunch of your crystals if you have crystals, and then put them out somewhere for the next like 24 hours from the moment of the solar eclipse for the next 24 hours. So it can actually also, in kind of take in that the moon energy and sun energy at the same time and amplify and multiply everything what's there already. And once you have charged these crystals with this solar eclipse energy, what can happen also is that you can use these crystals now with this list which you made, all of the things you would like to manifest, and just put those crystals on top of that list, and it will amplify your list and probably bring those things into fruition in no time. So this is also something which just like kind of downloads right here and now. I didn't even know that was the case. So really try it out, and there's just nothing to lose, right? Another thing, what it says, because we have that eclipse energy and we have the moon energy, which is really inviting us to go a little bit deeper into the internal exploration and cleansing and so on. And that can also push onto the surface your own psyche, some really old wounds. And it may not really be fun. You may even cry. It may happen just prior solar eclipse, like within a week, or even like a week or two after, or maybe even a couple of months after. So this energy, why it's doing this, it's like wanting to surface these negative things or whatever is still stuck so that it could really dissolve itself. And you could also look inside and see like, okay, what is the gift or what is the treasure of this particular, pain or wound? And when you look long enough, you will actually find that treasure. So let's say, for example, someone has to do a major, renovation on the house because of the big storm or hurricane or something. And first, it seems like, they can't even maybe get coverage from insurance, and there are like other issues and so on. But in the end, it works out, and actually, it actually ends up being even better than before, and also like bigger wins like money wise and like business wise or whatever the case is. So the treasure in that case has been actually, that this hurricane came to upgrade your living space or your home to that next level to help you to do that with insurance money or like whatever other solutions you're figuring out. So there is always a treasure in every negative situation. We just have to have the chance to learn how to do it. And in my life, I've really trained myself now to do it. And this is also called your sage perspective of your psyche. So your sage is connected to your higher self, and she always wants the best for you, and she always wants to show you the positive side of things. And once we listen and once we start to look for this, we always find it, like whatever the case is. Like, let's say you start to drive somewhere and you can't find your car keys. And what's happening, it is happening that, you are actually aligned with the divine timing so that you wouldn't get into an accident, you know. So we never know how these things like kind of go. So I would really recommend to look deeper into that and do that deeper, internal reflection in the inner world and shift it from the inside out, because when we do it, then of course the outside will also change. So this is also one of the ways you can really break your old patterns. If you have been like really stuck recently, this energy, this eclipse energy is so powerful, and it has the potential to really break the pattern, like whether it's money or whether it's relationships or whatever the case is. And just an example, for example, like how one of the things I did to change the pattern of not being able to find and attract a really amazing, male partner was that I actually, as I started to go to dating, I shifted my perspective. Like, I'm not here on this date to figure out if they like me. I'm here to figure out if I like them. And as I shifted that, everything shifted. And then, of course, I also started to get and meet totally different type of people. So that's a really good idea. So now you have probably heard that at the same time, almost the whole month of April, from the 2nd till 25th, there's also Mercury retrograde, and people are talking all kinds of like horror stories about it. I believe also that yes, of course, it can influence things and communication, and you have to be more diligent and more like kind of focused on details and stuff, especially when it comes to money and contracts and so on. But all in all, don't give it like negative energy. Like approach it like, okay, this energy is here to help me and remind me to be more, diligent and go deeper into details and so on. And when you go into this solar eclipse with that energy, with your positive intention rather than the negative, that can actually create amazing, positive, Mercury retrograde experiences. And it is teaching you that you are the beautiful, we could say, in a way, you are the master of your universe or your life. So today I actually got several experiences where I was given like feedback also, there are times in our lives where we really need to step it up, we need to be brave, we need to be maybe a little bit aggressive to get that next step or get that next level. And sometimes it's also that we need to be it, no one else can do it for us, because that particular person needs to get some special gift from you. Maybe it's a story, maybe it's a sentence, maybe it's like something you can help them with. And there is another person who can't do it or can't do it that way. So that's like a really cool way to look at that as well. So another thing which I didn't probably specify deeply enough is the stance of the inner masculine and inner feminine. So inner masculine represented here as the sun energy, and inner feminine represented here as the moon energy. So now, as we have all these planets like kind of lined up the way I was showing you in the previous video, what's happening is that they are actually at the time of the solar eclipse. Your inner masculine and feminine are also actually facing each other. So many of us, if we haven't like connected with them, they may not face each other. They may actually be standing like their backs facing each other. And if that's the case, that solar eclipse gives you the opportunity to actually turn this around. And even if they don't know each other yet, just kind of in your mind, like make them face each other and just kind of a friendly smile, or, something which makes you feel calm and like curious or whatever the case is. And then when you do that, what happens is that the next 20 years, you kind of set the tone for that energy to help you to dance, to co-create, to co-relate with that masculine, feminine, dance, which is the core, elements what you need to have in order to really fully manifest and do it the big way. So this is a very beautiful opportunity. And for those of you who don't really understand what this inner family archetype thing is, so this is actually inspired by Carl Gustav Jung. You have heard about inner child. So he talked about other archetypes as well. I just like in my life started to channel my inner woman and inner man, and then brought them all together. And as they came together, I actually, about that time, only 2 months later, manifested my future husband, who I have been now married for the last almost 7 years, happily and all. So that's totally possible for you as well. But that inner, family inner harmony has to be in place. So I can put this beautiful gift for all of you, a beautiful meditation where you can meet your inner family archetypes. And as you meet them, I would even recommend you to do it actually prior to the solar eclipse. So maybe while you are watching the solar eclipse, you can actually imagine that this is, all of them are looking and you're working with your list, with all of these things you want to manifest and so on. And they're all there happily together and like, celebrating this beautiful moment. And this energy is also because it's like uplifting us to this like next level. It's really wanting us so deeply, like, it is a super powerful upgrade for the whole planet. And this like 4 minutes, 28 seconds, energetically at some level, and for some people, it could equal to like 4 years and I don't know, 28 months or something. So it's also interesting stuff. I have a sense will happen also with the conception of time and space and how they relate with each other. As you know, time and space, it's all like a very interesting concept we have created. And then as you start to really understand how to influence both of them, you can actually start to influence like what's happening in that space or in that time. And you can also expand the space. You can also like, make it smaller. And you can also really, it almost really feels like you will become the queen or king of your reality and also of your time. So these were like these additional messages. And then I thought to also add um, four other things, which I usually actually do with my beautiful, numbers and messages video, which I do in the beginning of each month. So you can find those on my channel as well. So I was asking what's the message for this solar eclipse, and I got this card. And this is from Zen Tarot cards with Osho. And this card was actually coming out upside down. So very many people on this planet are not in harmony. They are disconnected from themselves and they disconnected from their heart. They are disconnected from the nature. And this card is inviting all of us to reconnect with the nature and then also reconnect with dolphins or whatever animals. And as you see, there is a line going from heart to the third eye. So this is what's going on with this eclipse as well. But if we don't reconnect to the nature, don't reconnect to our inner harmony and don't clean it up, then it really can't work for us. And this is also the water card. And as you see, this person is meditating and these dolphins are helping to create the bridge between the heart and the third eye. And your third eye is a beautiful tool for you to get more clarity and see into the future and so on. And I would really use this time to also get more clarity already prior to eclipse and then accordingly, create it and write it down or do the vision board as I also recommended in the other video. And then we have the number 10, which in the new time numerology, as I said several times in my videos, is actually a jackpot number. So what this means is this number 1 is standing in your power, in your uniqueness, and 0 is the number of the divine feminine. So it is going into that 0 energy, and 0 energy means like doing nothing, being no one, and really be in there because that is where all of the ideas, all of the creation is born from. And this is also, again, the masculine feminine dance, which is happening during this solar eclipse very powerfully. Then I also pulled the blue kyanite. And this is a very special crystal connecting with animals again. So telepathic abilities, finding your true path and finding clarity. So this is kind of going in the same line with like kind of this bluish color. It's like a little bit like rough on the outside if you get like the raw version. If you get like a beautiful, polished version, it's still like, it can like crumple almost. It's a very powerful stone to also purify everything around it. And so you can use this crystal as one of the crystals for the solar eclipse. And if you don't have it yet, then maybe you should get it so that it would like clear and help you also with those patterns or that deeper healing you are in the process with. And again, it's actually confirming what we already said, finding clarity, finding your true path and telepathic abilities, as we see here with these dolphins, will be really one of the keys. And then I took another crystal card. This one is clear quartz, and it's saying meditation, crown chakra, and the numbers are 1 and 4. So to get a 5 again, what we started with, and the crown chakra probably needs a little bit more extra support with this clarity, and really meditation is the invitation, which it is actually doing. So do it. So see what comes up. And then the magical question. I have this magical bag where I have my magical questions. So for the next, I would say 66 days, that's the number I'm given right now, ask this question every morning when you wake up. Who am I today? And what kind of adventure am I going to co-create with the universe? So what this one is really inviting us to do is not start your day as a groundhog day. Like, okay, I was like this yesterday, I'm going to do this today, and everything's just like repeats, repeats, repeats. So, what I would recommend you to do is really, ask this question: who am I today? And what kind of adventure am I going to co create with the universe? When you approach life as an adventure, it will create adventure. If you ask this question, the universe will, move the magic wand to make it happen. And then you are choosing every day to be and maybe do something different you didn't do yesterday. And then the number 1 and 9. So in this case, 1 again, standing in your power, uniqueness, and also the maturing masculine. And 9 is finishing one cycle, starting another one. So it's also saying when you ask this question, you have a possibility to help yourself to that next level. And then 1 plus 9 in the numerological calculation, so it equals 10. And then we come back to where we actually started here with number 10. So how beautiful. It all comes together. I so love this holistic spiritual way of approaching things. And I hope you will have lots of fun with this solar eclipse and choose the tone for your next 20 years very carefully and do a little bit of pre work to celebrate. And then when it happens, really celebrate it fully. And when this video really made you inspired and motivated, find some other people who you could share it with and put everything to works because that's when it works. So lots of aloha, and there is more information also about the part 1 video down below. There is a link so you can go from there, and also some other information about me. So see you soon. Aloha.